Hi there, welcome to All Colors. I'm Erica. On today's Weekend Whip, I'm going to be working on some pages in my mythographic books. Surprise, surprise. I'm not sure which one I want to do yet. I do also have some books to share with you that I've recently purchased. I don't do big haul videos anymore, really. So I just thought I'd share them every now and then on these Weekend Whips just to kind of give you an update of what I've got going in my collection. But yeah, let me take a sip of my drink and we'll get started with that. Okay, so first I have the Colorist Special Effects Volume 3. This one has a good amount of things in it that I was interested in. Mostly there is a honeycomb tutorial in here. There's a lot of like glass and things in here. There's some, there's like some wave tutorials. There's the honey stuff. Yeah, so I was just really interested in trying to do that. I really do like this birch tree look too that they've got in here. So yeah, I'm gonna probably use some of this, hopefully on a upcoming page. I really like this waterfall one too. I think that would be a good one to use. There's a couple of pages that I have in mind that would be really fun to use that on. So yeah, there's that. Next one I have is Cozy Woodland Nooks. This is by Little Nook. This is just a really cute book. I don't have very many of these cute and cozy books, but the ones that I do have, the ones that I like more are the ones with like the little scenes like this instead of just a character. I like the ones that have scenes a little bit more. Like that one's really cute. But I've been seeing a lot of these. These are exploding in popularity for sure, but I have seen some really good Instagram accounts that I just love, and so they're kind of like dragging me in. I will post a couple of those on screen, hopefully, if I remember. I really liked this one. I thought that would be really fun to play with like lighting effects and draw a really cool portal in the background. And yeah, so a lot of the things that I've been seeing is they really are playing with light sources a lot. And it's super fun to see it and to try to think about how I would replicate it. So that's what these little books are for. And then I also got this one. This is, I know there's a way to pronounce that, but I can't remember. But it's the nature one, and it's by this company. They have several of these books, but I really liked this one a lot. And the little scenes are just adorable. I really, really liked these. So I'm hoping to do some work in some of these here soon. I did have a rule with myself that when I bought books, I was going to color in them almost immediately. That has happened with one book that I've gotten so far this year, but not these others yet. So I will hopefully be adding these to my plans for next month. So this is Yippee Kawaii Volume 3. I did not get the first two volumes, but I stumbled across Danny Banani's The Fun Usual Suspects Etsy shop when I was looking for stickers, and I'll show you one of them that I thought was really cute. It says, "No thanks, I'm an indoor cat." But I really liked that one. And there's a whole bunch. I got a whole bunch of stickers. I spent way too much money on stickers from her shop, but I didn't realize that was who did these coloring books, and I'd seen these on other people's channels and thought that I would try it out. There are a couple of cute ones in here. I am not a huge mandala fan, but there's like this one would be really cute. And the characters are adorable, especially like this one. Look how cute these ones are. They're so cute. If she could just do like scenes with these characters, I would be in a second. But yeah, so there are a couple in here I might do, but for the most part, it's probably not going to happen unless I just want like completely mindless coloring. Then maybe I'll do that. But these are great for markers and fine liners, things like that. Alcohol markers. I really like that one. I do like that one. Super cute. Gosh, these are so cute. Yeah, and then there's a testing page. But yeah, her stuff is, oh, I didn't realize that one was in there. Cute. See, do more scenes like this. I really like that one. But yeah, so an adorable book. If you haven't gotten her other stuff and you like the mandalas, check out her Etsy shop. I will try to remember to link that in the description below. Then I was shopping for groceries, and I got this one. This is the Unicorns and Mythical Creatures by Kay Camaro, so that's the name there. It's really cute. I don't know why it's called Manga Sparkle. I know in a couple of her other books they've got, or their other books, they have like color already on the pages, but this one is just the line art, and I thought it was so cute. It's just real interesting, very different. The paper feels all right. It's not like anything to write home about, but I really liked some of these little characters. They're just unique. And I liked the little like close-up portrait. Look at that little mermaid. A little unicorn mermaid. How cute is that? So yeah, I really like, and they've got a couple of other books, but I liked these like portrait little layout things. I don't know what that is, but it's adorable. It's got 6 horns and another set of horns. Like there's more than 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 horns on this thing. It looks like a little Yeti with a bunch of horns. I don't know. But they're cute. They're weird and cute, and I like it. So yeah, so that's Unicorn. And the other ones they have, there's a kawaii one and a creepy cute one. But yeah, they're really cute. Like it a lot. And then I got a Millie Murata book. I do have one of her other books, and I've colored a little bit in it, but that was like right at the beginning of my coloring journey, and I just was not sure how to color in these books. So I have seen lately some from Black Aneri and from Betty Hung on Instagram, where they've done some beautiful work in some of Millie's books, and I'm really wanting to try to use their techniques to color in some of her pages. And I thought this one was really cool because it's all about endangered and extinct species. So I thought that this one would be a good one to try again, even though I probably could have, like, this is beautiful and I could see it colored in. And the same with this one. I really like that one too. So yeah, I don't know. All of the details, like all of this stuff, just threw me off when I first started it. Way back when I first got her first book. But you know, I recently did a Zendoodle page in Enchanted Creatures, I think it's called, and I really had fun with that, and I was able to just kind of ignore things. Like this little layout right here is so cute. I love it a lot. This one too, even though it's a little bit more detailed, but I think that's adorable. So I feel like this is going to be a good book for me. This one's so cute. I really like that one, and the axolotls here. So yeah, I'm hoping to get some work done in a Millie book here soon. But yeah, I thought that this one, because I'm not going to be coloring it probably like it is on the covers here. And if you want to do it that way and you enjoy it, have at it. That's great. The way that I've seen it done that appeals more to my taste is where they actually make it look like the animal a little bit more, with maybe a little bit of the details showing through from the patterns and stuff. Like this one I really like too. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get some work done in some of her books. And then I also got finally a Paula Brun book. This is the one that was the least expensive on Amazon when I got it. So this is the one I went with. I did kind of want the Fawn Fragile, I think is the other one. I kind of wanted that one, but this one was, like I said, available, and the other one was just too expensive. But I thought I would get this and try it out. I've heard so many people rave about it. The paper feels phenomenal. I'm very excited to color on the paper. I just wasn't sure if the art style was for me or not, but looking at it, it's really, really beautiful artwork. And I do like the fact that in the back there is a glossary so that you can look up what kind of animal it is, and if you want to color it super realistically, you have that option. So yeah, I wanted to try it out and we'll see how it goes. And I'm hoping that I enjoy it because there's some really cute ones in here. So yeah, so that's what I got. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, you know, add different kinds added to my collection, and hoping I get some of those colored in. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna take one more sip of my tea. So last week I had attempted to come on and color. I had recorded a good portion of the color along, and then my phone was being just a complete jerk, and the footage was weird, and I just didn't understand what's happening, and I couldn't fix it, and I got so frustrated and I just had to delete it. So unfortunately I did not have a color or a weekend with video last weekend. A lot of you messaged me and were like, we totally understand, you know, technology sucks when it doesn't work right, and that's absolutely true. So I apologize for that, but I'm hoping this weekend, I mean, I have put out a video since then, a couple videos since then, so things are working better. One of them was scheduled, but one of them, the color along actually was published today when I'm recording this. So yeah, I was able to work on my phone again, so hopefully things are good to go. But I did work on a page in this book last weekend. I don't love the way it turned out after all, even. And it's just, I started this one. I'm hoping I can save it, but as of right now, it's really frustrating me. And I used watercolor and just completely destroyed the paper. This paper did not like the watercolor. I think if I had used like watercolor pencils, it might have gone a little bit better, but this was just straight watercolor, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not going well. So I'm gonna get in here and try to save it with some pencils and some markers and stuff and see how that goes. But yeah, I wanted a red snake again because I did a red snake last month. And then I was like, well, what color background? I was like, well, I never do yellow background, so let's just try a yellow. And it was really bright. And so I was just like, oh boy. So, but that's what I did last weekend while I was recording with you guys. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that I can, like I said, get in here and work on that and make it look a little bit better. We'll see. I have had it set underneath some heavy items for a little while, and hopefully that in the hopes that it would flatten out a little bit more. Has yet to do that, but there's still hope. I don't feel like getting out the ironing, the iron and you know, wax paper or whatever it is that you have to do. I really don't want to iron my page, but if I have to, it's a possibility. Okay, so let's see what we did here. I will show you. Well, you can check on this is the color along page, just in case you haven't seen it. I've got it posted on my community tab. I posted on Instagram, and of course the video is live now too. So if you want to color this page along with me, you can check that out. I love the way that it turned out. I was very happy with all that. I still have this page that I need to work on. I need to figure out how I want to do these stones here. I kind of want them to be glowy, but I'm not sure how I want to do that. If I just want to have the color expand outside of it and then use like a white paint pen to cover the black lines, that might be a way to do that. Possibility. Okay, so there's that one I could work on. I also have this one that I'm still working on. So I'm only done, you know, this corner of the background is done up here. I still have to finish the rest of the background. I still have to finish shading everything. The only thing that's shaded so far are the branches and a little bit of this heart. So still have to work on that. I also, because I'm me and want to start everything and everything under the sun, anything and everything under the sun, I wanted to start maybe playing with backgrounds again on this one. Because this was the background that I was really interested in doing, and then using like this really bronzy metallic color for the metal in this page. So I have that in mind. I also have this one is another one that I wanted to kind of play with. I don't know how I'm going to do this one. This one maybe would have to be like, I don't know if I would do alcohol markers or like ink tints, because that would give me that real vibrant look. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. And then I still have this one too that I started. I think I started this with you guys one weekend. And I've done this side of the background. I'm still working. I still have to add in some more pencil work and then do the dots on this side. But I thought about maybe doing a little bit of marker work on the main elements as well while I was sitting here chatting with you guys. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. These ones are flagged for later in the year. This is going to be my focus book in October. And I have 3 pages flagged in here that I would be interested in coloring. So that's what those other little tabs are about. I do have all my pencils out for this one already, so maybe I could just finish off this little bit of the background down here and then move on to some pencil work. I think I'm going to do that. Because this is a buddy color too, so I need to finish that one before I do pages on my own, I think. Okay, so yeah, let me zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, so I've got all of my pencil shading done up to about here. So I need to add in some more pencil shading there, and then we'll go in and with my Prisma and some more pencils and add dots and fun things. So that is the plan today. So hi, I've been talking for how long now? And I have yet to say hi. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. It is Friday morning for me. I have a little bit of time this morning because we have another busy weekend this weekend, which I don't mind because I get to play D&D today, which is always fun. That's the other thing I needed to do. I forgot to do that. So on all of these little dots and things, I have given it a base layer of white around. I forgot about that. So anywhere where there's a dot, I need to add some of that. And also around these starbursts. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be playing D&D. Very excited about that. I was not able to play last time they all got together, so I am super looking forward to that. And then tomorrow we have my youngest is signing up for her classes for high school, which is kind of, it's hard. That one's a hard one for me. She's still my baby, and it's just difficult to think, you know, logically that she's not so much a baby anymore. So yeah, that's going to be a little tricky for me, but yeah, so then that, and then there is my husband was able to get tickets to, we have a professional volleyball team in town, and they're having an all-star game in the league, and then we're hosting it. So there is, that event is going on Saturday. And, what's really cool about it is Sean Johnson, the gymnast, is going to be, like the host or I don't know what she's doing specifically there, but, she's going to be there. And, yeah, so I'm hoping that I can go because my kiddos' scheduling thing is about the same time that starts. So I don't know if my husband's going to find somebody else to go, but I kind of wanted to go. I really love volleyball. I played it when I was a freshman in high school, and then we moved from a tiny town to a big city, and then I didn't try out for the team, and I didn't, none of that. But I've always loved volleyball. My dad played it when I was growing up, He was in the Air Force, so they had, you know, like the Air Force leagues or whatever, and he would travel all around Michigan and play beach volleyball too on the weekends and things, and he was in tournaments, and I've always loved volleyball, but so I hope I can go to that. And then tomorrow night he got tickets to see, oh shoot, I can't remember the name, but it's a Hawaiian singer. So we're gonna go watch that. And then Sunday, my buddy's gonna come over. My best bud she's gonna come over, and we're gonna we're gonna do something crafty. I don't know what yet. We had mentioned maybe making cards or scrapbooking. So hopefully one of those things ends up happening. If not, we might revert to, because she's very into quilting and cross stitch as well, and you know, I've got coloring, so we might just revert to those hobbies as well too. So, well, I'm going to talk to her about it a little bit more and see what the actual plan is, because I think it would be fun to do something a little different, something we haven't been doing lately. Although I always feel like when I start scrapbooking again that I've forgotten how to do it. Like it takes me a minute to remember. Yeah, so that's what's going on with me. I've had a nice week. I read a really, really great book this week. It is a fantasy rom-com book. And again, this is another one that's got like no spice in it, but I love it. It's just so funny and sweet. And I will put the name of the author on screen, because I cannot for the life of me remember what the author's name is. But it's a series of books. I'm getting ready to read the second as well. But it was so good. And if you like rom-coms, this is a good one. Just really funny. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So that was nice. I did read another series that I didn't like as much, but it was still enjoyable. I have been reading quite a bit. I've not been doing the my coloring quite as much. I don't know exactly why that is. I'm not really feeling not inspired. I don't know. I just wanted to not color, and I wanted to read instead. So maybe that's the only the only thing. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with those books this week. So yeah. I did have a couple videos come out this week. So I did post my Selena Fennick coloring book collection, and my pages, completed pages and whips that I have in her books. So that was part of my Amazon coloring book video. I had mentioned that there were a couple of artists that I wanted to have separate videos. So Selena Fennick was one of them, and then I also have, next week will be Josh Lee and Yana Prosperina. For some reason, I recorded those in the same video. I don't know what I was thinking when I was recording. I was just recording for the heck of it. And then I was like, well, now what do I do? Because so they're just published together. So it's those two artists are also published together. I think because I support both of them on Patreon, maybe that was my thought process. I don't know. But you can check those videos out next week. And then I also finished my color long. So that video is available now as well. It took a little longer for me to be able to finish that one for some reason. I don't know what it was about it that I just was not feeling. I like the end result. I think it turned out to be a really pretty page, but there was something going on in my brain that was like, I don't want to work on that right now. So, I have had that happen with a couple of pages this month, unfortunately. So I did have another buddy color that I had to be like, I'm so sorry, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this month. Yeah, I felt really bad about that too. So I'm hoping that I can get working on that again, but I don't know. And then I've got a couple of buddy colors that I need to get a move on. So this one I've got, and then I still have a couple others. I've gotten quite a few done, but not as many as I would have liked to have done. Okay, so I am trying to finish this little background. I do like the way that this ended up looking. Like I like the I don't like any of that right there very much. I do like the way that the watercolors looked, but I just felt like I needed to add a little bit more. So I'm not coloring the entire background, I'm just coloring little sections and trying to blend things together, make it look like it's all blended together really good. So it's not too hard on my hands, which is nice. I don't have to worry about that so much. But it is taking a little bit longer than I thought that I would be working on this background. I thought it would just be kind of quick and over and done, but it's taking a little bit longer. Because not only did I decide that I wanted to, smooth things out with my pencils a little bit, but I also decided that I needed to have these little dots everywhere. So now I'm going to go through with a few of my other darker pencils and add in dots in places. So I'm going to sharpen those up really quick. All right, so I have my pencils ready. I also am going to be using my Posca to outline some of these. So there's some dots and like starbursts and things like that I'm gonna use my Posca on. I don't think I did any of the other ones over here. Yeah, let me do these first because this makes more sense. What color do I need up here? I need this one. So this is I just kind of go through and randomly dot. And I try to vary the dot sizes. I try not to make them all the same size. So I want bigger ones and smaller ones. And then when I come through with my Posca, I'll be adding dots in as well with that. So it's a lot of dots, but it looks pretty in the end, I think. So I don't mind it overly much. Let's see, what else? I've just kind of gone through all of my topics already. Yeah, I'm excited about, I need to go all the way over here. I forgot to, get off there. I am excited about upcoming videos. So I'm pretty much through my collection videos. I just have maybe, there'll be two collection videos come out next week. And then I will probably have a plans video next week, and yeah, and then completed pages will be shortly thereafter. Yeah, and then after that, I will probably be doing I'm gonna make that bigger, focusing more on my backgrounds videos. So the last one I did was a water mediums background. So I used like the 3 water mediums that I'm most comfortable with and the kind of the ways that I would use them on a page. And these are not turning out very circular today. And I think I need to just really try to focus on making them that, because that's frustrating me a little bit. I don't know what is happening with my circles. So sorry. Anyway, I am trying to figure out what the next background video should be. So I would like to do backgrounds on chalk pastel, which I thought that might be a good one for the next one. I would like to have backgrounds on distress inks and oil pastels, and what are the other ones? And then some things that I'm not super familiar, like oil pastels would be another one I'm not really super familiar with, but I'd like to do like alcohol markers and water-based markers, and like I said, the oil pastels, some gelatos, and then like, I don't know if I need to do another pencil one. I've done a pencil background before, but it was just like a very specific type of pencil background. So I don't know if I need to do another one of those. I just did like a little wreath kind of video for that one. Like showed how I did a subtle wreath pencil background. No, a subtle background for a wreath. Yes, that makes more sense. Funny enough, it involved a lot of dots, like I'm doing today. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide which one is next. So I think what I might do is maybe I'll put a poll up and you guys can vote and, you know, let me know which one you'd be most interested in seeing next. I would like to do all of those at some point. I just don't know when exactly. All right. I know a lot of people, I was surprised how many people said that they did not enjoy doing backgrounds. Like, I don't always love it, but sometimes I look at it, I'm like, this is so fun. Like, I've created this whole page's vibe just from figuring out what colors I wanted to do in the background, or different techniques or different things like that. I've been having so much fun lately using inspiration images like this one. You know, this one was the inspiration image for the background, the colors there. And I don't know. I really enjoy that. I've had a lot of people request this one too. I am going to do a video where I walk you through the entire process of getting inspiration images for pages. I don't know if, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it like as a whole color video. Like, I don't know. It'll be a longer kind of video too to make, because it'll be, the way that I want to do it is, you know, record my searching process on Pinterest and talk you through that a little bit, and then record my, my decision-making process, like how I decide what colors go where, and, you know, any thoughts I have about the page before I go start my search about, you know, inspiration images and things like that. So yeah, I think I will be doing a video on that at some point. I just don't know when, because in my head, I'm already like, oh, it's going to take forever to do. It's going to be such a long time, but I feel like it would be something that a lot of people would really like. I know a lot of people would really like, because a lot of people have requested it. But yeah, and then I did have another request too for a watercolor background video, or how to use watercolors on your coloring pages. And as you can see from that snake page, I don't use watercolors very often. I use watercolor mediums more. So the water mediums. So the watercolor pencils, the Inktense, the Neocolor 2s, you know, things like that I'm more confident in than I am with the watercolors. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. It could be like, because a couple of those, since I'm not super comfortable with them or super familiar with them, I thought I would do more of like a, instead of how I color, it'd be like a learn with me while I, you know, figure out how to use my oil pastels, or learn with me while I figure out how to use my gelatos, or you know what I mean? Things like that. So I think that's kind of my thought process for those, but I wonder if that would be a good way to do the watercolors too. Okay, I think that should be enough dots, because I'm going to come in with the Posca too and dot the heck out of things. So let's do a little tiny one there. Okay. All right, Posca, here we go. We're just going to start dotting all over the place. And because I've used, I probably need to start on this side and work this way because I'm going to smear it otherwise. Because I have used the water medium in the background, the page is a little bumpy, so that's why my hand is on here, so I can hold it in place so that I get better dots and I don't have just like weird random lines. Sometimes the Poscas will slide on the page if they're not flat. So it helps to have, to try to make it as flat as possible when you're doing these. Okay. Yeah, see, that already looks, I don't know what is it about Poscas. They're just like magic. They're magical little paint pens. I'm sure I could get the same look from any paint pen, but I don't know. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead, even though these ones are overlapping different elements on the page, I'm just going to go ahead and do all of it. And then I can, as I'm coloring, I can try to avoid it, or I can go back over it if I need to with the paint pen at a later time. Okay, so let's do this one here. We're going to go this way. Let's see, what else is going on? Like I said, I've really kind of just talked my ear, or talked about everything all right there at the beginning. So I don't have too much else going on. I am going to try to get a few videos done and like uploaded so that I have them ready to go. That's kind of what's been happening with my my collection videos, because I did kind of have those. I kind of went through and just did a bunch of recording one week, and those aren't terribly difficult videos to do either. They're not that time. I mean, they're a little time consuming because you pull everything out, then you have to go through it all, and then you put it all back. That part is, you know, maybe not my favorite, but it's not anywhere near, to me, the same kind of level as like a color along is. So those ones are always a little harder for me to finish. But like these other videos that I'm wanting to make are all very similar to a color along type videos, so I'm hoping that I can do it. But I want to get several background videos like ready to go, and several I completely lost my train of thought, sorry. Several something else. I don't know what I was saying, but it was something. Okay, I am going to go ahead and just go through, even on the star things that are on top of images, I'm just going to go ahead and white those out, because I feel like those need to be, just want to get it done. And then I can use my alcohol markers to add in the color on the characters. I really like this page. I still don't know what this music box thing is in the background though. That's what I'm calling it, a music box, But then I was like, well, is it like a jewelry box? Is it a magical portal box? Because it looks like it reminds me of like the inside of a carousel. And that's all I can see now when I look at it. I'm like, well, maybe it's just a carousel center. But I'm like, then why are there giant keyholes in it? And just that part didn't make very much sense to me, but okay. There's one here. You can tell which ones are ones that are supposed to be whited out because the line work is a little bit darker on them. Like some of these little circles that are actually on the dresses are not as, the line art isn't as dark and they're not as perfectly circular. This is probably one of my favorite Fabiana books. It's just so cute. Okay. That is everything that I think that I see right now. Nope, I found another. Okay, so we're gonna let that, nope, darn it. There's a couple more. I did find them with my pencil earlier, but okay. We'll try that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this be gold in the background for sure. And I think what I want to do is just give it a base layer of a color and then go through with my pencils and shade it and then use some either sparkle gel pen or watercolor to add in a few shiny details. But I don't want the whole thing to just be shiny. And I'm trying to decide if I want like these little sections here to be like a mirror, or are they like emitting light, or are they windows? I don't know. So those I'm going to avoid for right now, but I do need to find an alcohol marker that I like as a base color. Let's see what happens. We're going to start right here and see. No, I think that'll work. Because I want it to be, I don't know if you can see like that brownish gold in there. I kind of want it to be like a bronzy. I don't want it to be bright yellow gold, I don't think. I want it to be more bronze. So yeah, but this whole thing is just going to get a coat of this. Let's see. What else do we have going on? I mean, there's the, oh, I do probably need to talk about this. You might have seen at the beginning of the video, there is a new little place card thing, like a warning kind of thing. And that is there because the last time I was on with you guys, I made a couple of comments, political-ish related, and my comment section went crazy. So, I mean, I should have expected it. I did it to myself. However, I felt like I really needed to say what I said. So, I just put that kind of little warning thing on there so that people know that this is a video where I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to say what I feel needs to be said. And you might not agree with it, and you might not, you know, I might have different beliefs than you. I might have different opinions than you. And I feel like that's good. I feel like nobody should, you know, not everybody should have the same opinions and the same beliefs. I feel like that's part of what makes our world awesome is there's so many different ways to live and to live a good life. And I feel like none of those should be closed off to people. So, yeah, so I will on occasion have opinions on these type of videos, and I will state them. And if you don't agree, it's okay. It's okay. And so yeah, so I'm going to put those warnings on videos from now on when I, especially on the weekend whips, because these are ones where, like I said, it's like a life update kind of thing. So I just get to talking and forget that not everybody you know, has the same opinion as me. And that's, again, totally fine. It's okay. So yeah, so you'll see that up there from now on. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to come on here and, I mean, I guess I kind of did last weekend when I don't agree with some of the things that our current administration is doing. I don't agree with the man who's been elected our president, but, you know, a lot of people do and a lot of people don't, and it's fine. The thing is, I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, I just feel like, you know, it's everybody's right to have those opinions. Oh, I might have said something disparaging about him. I don't know. But I don't come on here to try to make other people feel less than because of the way that they voted or because of the, you know, the opinions that they have. And I would just ask that other people do the same for me. So, I mean, if that's the way the world would work, that would be great, right? But I know that's not always the case. So, yeah, so I try to be respectful. I try to be mindful when I express my opinions, that I'm not, you know, attacking other people. But the way that our country works right now, I feel like there's so much of our self-identity is based in our political beliefs or our political sides that we've chosen. And when somebody attacks something that your side believes in or whatever, it feels like we're just being attacked personally. And that is not something that I am ever wanting to do. I don't want to make people feel bad. I started this to, you know, spread joy and peace that I get from this wonderful hobby. And yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody. That's not ever my intention. So yeah, anyway, I just will have that warning up from now on. And I will also, you know, if I say anything specifically political, you know, one side or the other, then I will put up a warning ahead of time as well, like I did on the last video, but it wasn't evidently enough for a few of you out there. Actually, I think the people that didn't like what I said have unfollowed me, and that's fine. If you don't want to follow me because of my political beliefs, that's totally your choice, and I'm okay with that. It is, you know, it's not a worry for me. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to have the most numbers. You know, I'm just sharing a hobby with some people who also love this hobby. So yeah. And I get that people were like, you know, politics does not belong to coloring. I understand your viewpoint in that, but you know, in these videos, it could come up from time to time. So these might not be the videos for you. Okay, I'm done. Let's get back to coloring. Yeah, I am. So next month, I can't believe it's almost the end of March or February. It's almost March. This has gone by really fast this month. And I am looking for, I mean, I love Aviary, don't get me wrong. I think that book is amazingly beautiful, and I will probably color in it again at some point this year. But I'm excited for my next book, which I think is, oh shoot, I can't remember what it is now. But I will do a plans video probably at the end of next week, where I'll talk a little bit about what I am planning on doing in March. It's not going to be as, adventurous. That's not the right word. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's not going to be as, what is it? What is it when you, I can't think of the word. Anyway, I won't have as much on that plans list. That's what I'm trying to say. It'll be less intense. I feel like January, maybe I don't know if it was because I didn't color very much in December that I had such a crazy, awesome January, for coloring at least, or if I was less busy. I don't know what it was, but, you know, going from a crazy productive month to a month where you're just like, meh, I don't know if I want to color. It's frustrating. I was just like, why can't my brain just be like all the time, yes, this is what we want to do. Let's do this. But it doesn't work that way. So I just get frustrated. Another reason I went ahead and did the Posca on here is because Posca resists the alcohol marker. So I could go over it. If I went over it accidentally, it's not going to be a big deal. All right, and then I'll be adding some shading to this to make it look even more like bronzy. I think that's going to be pretty. And I've got several good metallic watercolors out there that I can use to add some shimmer, or I could add stickles to it or whatever. I do have a nice bronze stickles, but it has a lot more red in it than I want in this page, so I think I'll probably just hold off on that. And I hope this does look metallic enough. Like, I'm worried that it's not going to be, it's going to look more like wood. Not that that would be bad either, but I do want to make sure it looks metallic. So I'll have to make sure I come in, if I leave highlights and stuff, and then I can accentuate the highlights with the Posca. I don't love coloring metal. That's probably one of the ones that I don't love. I know several people out there really love it, and I think the end result is really cool when you can get that cool metallic look, but I just don't like the process of it. It frustrates me, makes me anxious, I think, because I don't know if it's going to turn out well, which is just silly. Like, it's coloring, I should be fine, but it is what it is. Okay, so I am going to do a couple of different skin tones. I think she's going to have dark skin, and then we're going to go lighter that way. I don't know what exactly yet. I did a really dark skin on my color along, and I was afraid I was going to completely screw it up. So I'm not sure I want to do quite as dark this time. But I have a few of my browns and things done here. So let's try. Yeah, I'm just not good. I'm not good at super dark skin, and I don't want to completely screw it up. So we're gonna go with E25 and see if I can find that one. Try that one for her skin in the front here. I need to go through and make a master swatch chart for all of my alcohol markers. And then I also need to do that just to make sure that I have enough, or just to see, what's dried out and things like that. I don't know if I should have done their faces with their skin tones, like real skin tones. Maybe I should have done them as more fantasy skin tones. But it is what it is now. Okay, so it's just an arm, a couple arms, and the face. Okay, there's that one. Let's see, we want a little bit lighter. So let's try E15, and we'll do that on her. I have to be very careful. Because these are teeny tiny little fingers in here. Well, that doesn't look a whole lot lighter. It just is a different tone. That's okay. So this month I will be finishing up a book, which I'm super excited about. I will be finishing Enchanted Faces, the pocket edition of Enchanted Faces. And so I'm thinking about starting starting the next one, maybe doing a little group thing. I'm not sure yet. But I want to do the Sweet and Simple, I think, next. The pocket edition of that. Yeah, this isn't really any lighter. It's just a different tone. I really like this skin tone too. That's a good one. All right, well then let's do E13. I wonder what that one's gonna look like. Yeah, so I think my swatches, so this is just done on Post-it notes, but I think my swatches are a little off. So this is the color that I was expecting, but that's what I got. But this one's still about the same. Maybe it'll dry lighter, I don't know. We'll try this one over here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start Sweet and Simple next. And then I've got there's another one, and Fantasy Faces or something like that. But I'm not sure if I want to do that one yet. All right, that's pretty. Yeah, I don't really know what else I want to do on this. So I think that's probably going to be it for today. I know this is a longer video this morning, but I just wanted to chat with you guys and work on my page. So I'm glad I got the background done. I've got a little bit more done on this page, so that's good. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and